Real mechanics break down scams. Like real mechanic stuff. Let's see what kind of scams they're trying to hit us with now.
Car scammers are out of control.
So today we're going over
Car scammers are out of control.
some of the most common and uncommon car scams.
So you can better protect yourself when buying or selling a car.
First scam. For those that don't know,
I've heard of VIN swaps, and I mean it's nowadays, especially if it's on an older car, it's a lot easier because there aren't as many places where the VIN is etched. But I've heard on newer cars the VIN's on a ton of places, which it fucking should be because when you VIN swap, you're essentially committing automotive identity theft. Have a good one, Crab. I mean, sorry. Have a good one, Gray Matter. Ah.
exactly is a VIN number.
Well, VIN stands for Vehicle Identification Number. It's basically to ensure, all right, this car is identified with this number. All these pieces go to this car. This car is accounted for.
It's like a fingerprint
Mm-hmm.
or DNA. Something that can't lie, but it's just a number, which is why people can swap them.
A VIN swap is usually they take a 2022, like newer cars. They just say a brand new car, right?
Something new, okay.
And they just transfer numbers. They could do it in several ways. They could have a chop shop. So when a car gets hit on the side, say it's right there on the pillar, and your VINs are right.
There's one place where it is. Obviously, the most notable place is most vehicles will have a plaque, a little VIN plaque, in the like right by the windshield on the top of the dashboard, so it can be seen from the outside. It's a little metal plaque that's like mounted that has the VIN number. It'll also be on a sticker on the inside of the driver's door jamb, and I know it's etched into, at least in certain car models, it's etched into like the frame in some places.
There, you could order them. Let's just say your car was in an accident over there by Seattle, right?
Okay.
So somebody goes to that shop and they need to repair that pillar where the VIN's at. Now, they could order 2 or 3 VINs because they're saying, you know what, like it got hit on this side. So what they'll do, they'll order 3 VINs, and from those 3 VINs, say they stole the car, they'll grab those VINs and put them on the car. So they're using the legit car, and now what they're doing is just swapping VINs, and then they'll just copy the paperwork. So that's a VIN swap. I came to some of those vehicles. Let's just say what exactly happened to us at the shop. So a truck came in, the insurance came, and it goes, hey, you know what? Like, this car is registered somewhere else. But what's it doing all over here? And I was like, well, I don't know. It's here because of an accident, right? So I immediately call the customer, just be like, hey, what's going on? Like, hey, everything's good? You know, I'm just trying to like see what's popping. Like, I want to know the vibes.
What's the deal?
Yeah, I want to know the vibes. So like
Are you a
that.
criminal or not?
Or like, what's going on? You know? And he ghosted me, didn't answer. And then I'm like, all right, cool. So this guy goes like, hey, you know what? It's kind of funny because
I bet you they check. Where else would it be? I know there's a couple of places. I don't know exactly where, but I know there are a couple of places on like the bodywork of the car, like not the body panels, but the actual like structural body part of the car, where the VIN will be
that
etched.
car was somewhere else just recently.
Somewhere else is in a different shop or a different
Yeah, it was in a
state?
different shop that got another fender bender.
Oh.
And I was like, well, why would this fool call the insurance, his insurance, to come and check this car when it's covered by 2 places? The truck was stolen, but the VINs were legit.
Oh.
So whoever had the other truck was paying insurance from another company, and then it became a big deal, and they took the truck, and they were like, so what's cracking? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I have the customer's information right here.
Yeah.
And that customer never answered, or
He was the criminal.
he probably was.
When I hear VIN swaps, one of the things I know is like resto modding, essentially. So if you have like a first generation Ford Bronco and it's just gone, it's degraded, all that's left are the VIN.
I can see this This right here is a legitimate reason for doing it. When you have like two cars and they're both fully fucked and one has like a dirty title and so you're frankencarring two cars together, especially because a lot of these like 80s and 90s cars were very Lego and you could do a lot of that shit. You want to get it back on the road and I'd rather mush two cars together. Oh fuck. I'd rather mush two cars together and get one usable car than sacrifice two cars. Which goddamn, that car is probably really far
VIN plates, you can get a new modern Resto Bronco body and put those VINs on.
Yeah, you could.
Is that illegal?
Not if you're getting it from the DMV. The DMV,
Right.
and they're going and verifying that plate's going over there to that car, and you're doing like a resto, and you're the owner. You show that you're that's like you're doing it legitly. That's what a VIN swap is. It's really difficult to catch in older cars. It's just rivets.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
older,
it's just rivet.
Yeah, that's the plate I'm talking about.
Yep.
It's just rivets. It's seen a lot, and it's something crazy that goes on when you're buying a car. It's like it's a trip. It's a trip. Like
Okay.
VIN swaps is a trip.
All right, so let's say I'm trying to buy a car, but I'm a little skeptical. What are the red flags that I should look out for?
Usually look out for the VINs being tampered with. Let's just say the one on the window. If it looks like it's slanted or the rivets look like they've been tampered with, then that's like a flag.
Okay.
If you see welds on,
Yep, see driver's door jamb. See front end of frame, front of engine block under hood. See, there's several locations where the VIN will be.
the VIN of the chassis or the sticker doesn't look placed right or it looks like homemade, then start questioning.
If anything
point.
any VIN looks homemade, maybe don't get the car.
Yeah. If it looks questionable, because some people say, you know what, I was painting it and I taped it and ripped it off.
Yeah.
That thing does not rip off. I
No.
mean, you have to rip it off.
Thanks to today's sponsor, WD-40 brand and their WD-40 Specialist Penetrant Easy Reach for making our lives easier and helping us get those rusty bolts free. WD-40 Specialist.
And yeah, that VIN sticker does not come off because the one on my car is a little scratched up because like every once in a while my seatbelt won't retract all the way in and it'll get caught in between the door and the thing and it's scratched up the sticker, but that sticker will not come off like if you try to peel it off. Like you've gotta fucking put some rubbing alcohol down and get like a spudger or some shit and really fucking work at it to get that bitch off.
Penetrant Easy Reach is fast acting and deep penetrating, breaking up rust in tight crevices to loosen up stuck parts. The flexible straw holds its shape, making it easy to reach through tough angles and hit your target with precision. WD-40 Specialist Penetrant Easy Reach works well on nuts and bolts, locks and chains, and gears and hinges. It loosens
WD-40 is based.
them up immediately upon contact and leaves behind a protective layer to keep rust and corrosion at bay. WD-40 Specialist Penetrant Easy Reach is safe to use on most metal, plastic, and rubber surfaces. I've used it to quickly restore rusty exhaust bolts, rusty brakes, and suspension bolts to working condition, saving me time and money. If you want a product that's tough on rust and easy to use, try WD-40 Specialist Penetrant Easy Reach. Click on the link below to learn more.
Let me see them next scams.
So another type of scam you have is chassis swaps, which is usually more considered into classic cars than newer cars. You see it more often.
How does a chassis swap work? So VIN swap, you're taking the plate or some numbers and or stickers or whatever, and you're switching them over. How do you swap the whole chassis?
This is just the whole car.
I mean, if it's a body on frame car, you can just unbolt it from the frame, and sometimes you gotta swap in a new body or swap in a new frame if your frame gets rusted.
At that point.
Not really, because sometimes, let's just say you have a 1969 Chevy Nova, right?
Mm.
And the chassis is giving out because of rust, right? Let's just say these guys found one super cheap on the marketplace.
Okay.
And it's stolen.
Oh.
Straight up, it's stolen. Nobody knows.
Oof.
And he says, oh, yeah, I got fake paperwork, and he shows you the fake paperwork, and you're like, oh, cool. You grab that chassis and put it in there. But then you go to the DMV, and they know where to look at. Perfect example again. I had a classic car that I took to the DMV to inspect for one of my customers. Well, the body was 1988 on the VIN, and the chassis was 1976.
Oh.
And the chassis was from an older Chevy, and then the body was from a newer Chevy. Those numbers didn't match. So what they do is they just grab the chassis from the older car, slam it in there, and then they put the other one on top. And at that point, can the DMV give you back just your top? Think about it.
Yeah.
So they were gonna tell me, hey, we're gonna charge you to take off.
Yeah. So you got to split these two in half now because we have to return
We're gonna
to this
that
one.
chassis is not right, and then the other one's yours. So you're gonna get you're gonna get.
So then screw me, and now I don't have a chassis.
Yeah, no, and then
Yeah.
screw you.
Yeah, because someone used stolen parts to fix your vehicle.
It happens a lot on classic cars. You see it a lot.
But this only matters if it's stolen, right? If you bought two cars and you fixed one with the other and had to swap the whole chassis like that, that's okay. Do you
That's
have to,
okay,
How do you report that though?
as
That
long
you
as-
had to switch it.
As long as it comes down to the DMV that it wasn't stolen
That
or
it wasn't
anything.
stolen.
Yeah, there's certain paperwork. If for example, if you engine swap your car, and let's say it's a registered car and you drive it on the roads and it's got a plate and everything, you have to notify the DMV, hey, this car no longer has this engine, it now has this engine. Because if you look at your registration, at least in New York here, like on my car's registration, it says 4-cylinder. Now, if I were to drop a LS in my car, I'd have to go and tell the DMV, hey, yeah, it's not a 4-cylinder anymore. You gotta tack on 4 more. And as long as you follow the paperwork, you could do whatever the fuck you want within the legal restrictions of the law. There's a million and two laws about pretty much everything on a car. The headlights have to be between a certain height, minimum and maximum. So like they can't be mounted too low, they can't be mounted too high. Same thing with the license plate. You have to have a certain number of turn signals. You have to have obviously 3 brake lights. You have to have tail lights. And in addition to that, your registration also has to have the information that is accurate as to like the engine and transmission of your car. So, all that stuff is recorded in the registry and in, the VIN and in the information of your car. If you look up your VIN, it'll tell you everything about your car. When I had my old car, I looked up the VIN in it, and it showed like when it was sold new, all the features that the original owner, selected when they bought the car at the dealership. All that stuff is recorded.
You're fine. But
Okay.
if down the line, say an older cat reported that car stolen and it was lost,
Yeah.
and then it pops up with you, then guess what?
Am I going to jail?
You know what? Sometimes you could go to jail. Sometimes you don't. Due to the fact that they gotta see what it is.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
All right, cool. Well, that's a very interesting thing we've just learned. So make sure you do your due diligence with old cars and get every VIN checked. Let's see that next scam.
And yeah, as someone who dreams of, there's a couple of fuck. It hurts to call cars from the early 2000s, beginning to become classics. But there are a couple of cars from like the late 90s, early 2000s that I want to obtain and fix up and customize to my own specifications. And that's something I'm gonna have to watch out for, is to make sure all the parts I get if I buy a parts car, that it's got a good history, and then I'm not buying something stolen. Again, thank God for junkyards.
So the next thing that we're gonna be talking about is false paperwork.
Here's the title to the merch van.
Oh, very valuable.
And
The
here's-
dodgy van?
Yeah, the one you.
Yeah, the title is the deed to the car. It's legally who owns the car.
Wanna touch
With.
and here's another title to the merch van.
Okay, this you gotta be careful with. They look identical, right? If you look at them at first sight and somebody shows up, and then first thing you gotta look at, and you're in the sun or in the light, is this. So if you go like this, you don't see the bears, right? Usually the bears will travel.
They're from California, so there's probably the California state flag watermarked in the paper of the title. Because I'm almost certain the California state flag has a bear on it.
All the way.
Bears are for California.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
And then on this one,
There's a lot of
Whoa.
bears.
there's a lot of
And
bears.
they go
all the way to the top.
There's 7.
So there's a bunch of bears right there.
Oh,
And
shit.
also, in this right here, these lettering, you can feel it. It's like stamped in there. You can feel that. See? Touch.
Let me see.
That's flat,
Touch.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Texture.
OMG, I love texture.
So, right here, the bears, if you see them without putting in light or anything, and they're like visual all across, false paperwork.
Bullshit, because that's how it comes through from a Xerox.
You're
If
scared.
you can't feel
Oh, God, it just feels my age by using
this down here, false paperwork. Also, if they give you, say, a duplicate title, because it does happen. And that's scary. Some of those cars don't sell because of duplicate titles.
Yeah.
They stay there. Let's just say you have a friend and the DMV or the mom and pop shops that you could pay them like $30 and they could run the VINs for you. Be like, hey, you know what? Where was the last place it was registered? And is this car stolen? Before you purchase the vehicle. It saves you from buying a stolen car. Because then when you buy a stolen car, you just gave away your money. Because the cops are going to take it and they're not going to reimburse you for shit.
Nope. You're asked the fuck out if you buy a stolen car or even stolen car parts. If it's stolen, you asked out.
Nothing back.
Nothing.
Shame on
Absolutely
you.
nothing. You don't get nothing back. You actually
You're lucky if you keep your freedom because you're gonna have to prove that you didn't know. I mean, you're gonna have to make sure that it doesn't look like you knowingly received stolen goods.
get charged.
Oh my God.
All right, cool. Well, we've learned a lot so far. Let's learn some more. Let's see that next scam.
This next thing,
Engine swaps. I read somewhere about someone renting like a U-Haul van and taking the engine out of it and putting it in like their shitty like 4-cylinder GM product and like swapping out the engines because the U-Haul van had a better engine, and I think they got. I'm pretty sure they got caught eventually, but that's just it's absurd that someone would think about doing such a complex procedure, but people do it.
we're going to talk about is engine swaps. How they scam that too.
I have an engine swap.
It
I
can be
have an
stolen.
engine swap.
Chevy Silverado HD. America's most dependable heavy.
Be stolen.
And another engine swap scam is gonna be, oh yeah, this Mustang is the V8 and it's a V6.
So this is a big thing. Engine swaps that are stolen, it's huge, like big. It's happened to me.
What? Someone stole your engine swap?
No, I bought an engine from a junkyard
And it was stolen?
and it was stolen.
Oh,
From a junkyard?
no.
From a fucking junkyard? Oh shit.
And they went to the shop.
And they got your ass in cuffs.
They're like, oh, we're here to do just an inspection and check your VINs. And I was like, well, go ahead, run it. So I'm over here thinking like, I'm good, I'm chilling. And he goes like, whose car is that? And I'm like, which one? He's like, that white car right there. And I was like, man, that'll be me. That's my car.
That's mine.
That's mine. He's like, all right.
Is this the Civic?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no! Honda Civics are like the most stolen car ever.
No, you just finished that swap.
So he goes like, your engine's stolen? I was like, no, I did not. And he's like, do you have paperwork of where you bought it? And I was like, straight up, I bought it in the junkyard at Pickup Parts. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, they're supposed to verify that stuff. Or they verified the
Yeah.
car and the...
That's why I was so shocked because, when a car goes through a junkyard and goes to a Pickup Part, I'm almost certain they do like at least some form of inspection on it.
It was already stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
And they were trying to get rid of it, and you were the sucker.
Yeah, from back in the day, they never checked. So when I was in handcuffs, yeah, they didn't check nothing.
Okay.
And it happens because let's just say you buy a swap and you just buy and you're like, oh shit, I want the swap. That's it. You bought it, but you don't think about running that number. You don't. You're supposed to run the number to find out if that engine is stolen or not.
So, since I have paperwork for my engine, I should be okay.
If you have paperwork from the engine, then you're good.
Dope.
But
a handshake is not enough.
Right.
a handshake usually is not enough. You gotta be careful because even on new cars and old cars, it's notorious.
Let's see that next scam.
So if you ever got a ticket from a different region or say,
Yeah, because they stole your fucking plate. And that's one reason I'm glad I put a bunch of stickers and shit on my car. Because they're like, oh, some gray Hyundai got tickets in Minnesota. I'd be like, cool. Are there a bunch of half-naked anime girls on the back? No. Then it ain't my motherfucking car, bitch.
somewhere else, don't just ignore it. Because we all do that. We just grab it and throw it away. Pay attention to it. Because it could be that somebody stole your car identity and they're using it. You do not want your car to get picked up and you picked up. So pay attention to your information. So now we're going to be talking about ghost or clone cars.
What's a cloned car?
It's like you and your brother.
I have a twin brother, if you don't know.
Clone.
So we're very identical.
How do we look?
Oh, shit.
We look exactly the same.
Say you take a picture of your car. It's let's go back to Tahoes because it's more common. They're everywhere, right? So somebody stole.
And that's why I would be worried because I drive one of the most common cars on the road. Like, I literally pass by like 2 or 3 of the same model of my car every day when I drive.
Car from a rental place, right? Once again. And then you have same color Tahoe, black, same year, and you've been posting pictures of your car, your plates, and say you get close enough to take a picture of the VIN. Perfect.
Oh, fuck,
So
no.
what these guys do, now they have the new truck, right? And they have pictures of your stuff, and they see you're a legitimate guy, and they're like, you know what? These numbers will look perfect right here, and nobody's gonna find out.
So we're back to the VIN swap.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what
And a
they'll
plate,
do is
and a
they'll copy
plate
everything,
card.
and now since there's paper plates,
Yeah, I see a lot of those in LA.
And you don't even need paper plates. You can get quote unquote novelty plates on Amazon that look extremely legit. Especially from the distances most people are going to check them. Most people are just going to look, oh, okay, plate, oh, matches Reggie, all right, it's good. Because I've seen some plates where I'm like, that is absolutely a fake plate. I can fucking see. Your letters are flat. Your fucking letters are flat. I can tell it's a fake plate from a half a car length away. Your numbers are flat. Your plate is fake. But most people wouldn't even know to look at that.
yeah, there's a lot of them in LA. So you gotta be careful for stuff like that. Like say you're posting up a picture of your vehicle and somebody decides to use your numbers. Guess what? That car is getting used on a daily, and nobody's gonna track it.
Okay. So only paper plates, not solid plate.
Even solid plates.
Really?
Even solid plates. You know what? It gets really tricky because I seen cars that have been stolen with new plates because since they have all the paperwork, they could ask for a duplicate title and plates at the same time.
As if you like left your vehicle somewhere.
Yeah,
or
and
lost
somebody
it,
stole it.
Or mechanically.
Yeah. So you gotta be careful for that. If you're spending all this money on a car, go with a scanner. You plug it in and it'll read
The VIN right away.
right away. And if that VIN didn't read or it didn't match the car, then grab your dough and take off. If this guy doesn't want you to put the scanner in there, run.
If you're buying a car and they don't want you to put a scan tool in it, don't buy the fucking car. Because if they don't want you to put the scanner in it, they got something to hide. And they're telling you, oh, no, don't scan the car. You should scan the car.
Because it could go south. And don't ever tell anybody, hey, you know what? I got the cash right there in the back of the car.
No, that's a rookie move.
Tell them, hey, you know what? I like the vibes, and now I got the cash. We're good. We're vibing, you know? We're over here chilling, open sandals, flopped out, hamburger meat sticking out. We're all kicking it, you know? So this is a customer story that a customer told me that happened to him. This lady lived in San Diego. One day, this lady gets arrested at her house. Guns drawn.
They cloned her car.
Full blown. They dropped the lady on the floor. And I'm talking about this lady was old. She gets dropped, arrested, booked in for a drive-by, a shooting.
Oh my God.
Why? Because somebody cloned her car and did a job with that car. And this lady was like, I'm old as shit. Like,
how am I gonna go drive by and drive the car?
This is not Grand Theft Auto, you know? That was actually crazy because she did do time till it got sorted out. They let her go.
Thank God.
But on that note, you see things like that happen a lot. So it's usually better that you have your history of your vehicle, where your vehicle's been at, and make sure you don't post up all your stuff on the internet. Hey, I have a question.
I always censor my license plate if I ever have to post a picture of my car. I obviously never post a picture of the VIN. And my car is cosmetically modified, so it would be much more difficult to clone. Because, I mean, it's literally a very common model in a very common color. And if it was, first of all, if it wasn't heavily cosmetically modified, I would lose it in all the suburban parking lots I wind up parking in. And I would be like, oh, there's like five gray blah blah blahs here. Elantra, it's a gray Elantra. No, I feel confident enough that I could say I drive a gray Elantra and no one's gonna be like, oh, because that narrows it down to like 1.5 million fucking people. And they'll be like, oh, there's 5 of them. Oh, which one has all the anime girls on it? Oh, that one.
Oh, let's just say your brother does something crazy.
Dude.
And they catch it.
No.
Are you gonna get in trouble with Donut?
Depends.
What if he has a donut hat on?
Oh, we did.
This is a legitimate fear of mine.
How do we look?
With Asana, AI teammates are here to help level up your goals. Try it for free.
Hey, that's the cousin of the car I drive.
When buying a used car, what are some red flags to keep in mind?
Let's just say sketchy spot, kind of a red flag. All right. Let's just say he says, hey, meet me up in the park. Okay.
There's no cameras at the park.
Yeah, meet up in a gas station, step 1. Yeah. Second, when they get there, it sounds kind of weird, but it's like kind of look at the
Size
person.
him up.
Location, if the guy looks sketchy, paperwork looks sketchy, those VINs look sketchy, the color looks like it's been painted several times, and he's like, well, I'm first owner, now that boy, all right.
Nice.
And the price is too good to be true. That's all the flags that you need to look at, like immediately, before even buying a car, before even test driving the car. Because test driving the car, when you're driving on it, make sure that you obviously don't feel no clunks, no transmission slipping, you know how to drive sticks.
Yeah,
so
even at a dealer.
If it's a throwout bearing, you know, obviously throwout bearing's normal.
Don't buy a car from a dealer without test driving it. You never know.
That's true.
Don't buy any car without
You
test
got the
driving
red flags, but what do you do if your car comes up stolen?
what you normally do, well, let me tell you a story of what happened to me. My cousin's driving my Prius that I bought at an impound yard. The guy gives me the paperwork, right? He's like, here it is. It was in like a little auction. He's like, here's your paperwork. I registered it. I put it in my name. Everything's legit. I told my cousin, hey, fool, he had just crashed his car because he doesn't know how to drive. So then I'm like, here, drive the beater around. Just make sure you don't do anything stupid on it. He's like, don't trip, cuz I got it. Okay, so then he calls me in the middle of the night and goes, what the f, cuz? You said not to do anything wrong, but you did something wrong. I'm like, what'd I do? He's like, I'm arrested. He's like, they're arresting me right now because they said the car's stolen. And I'm like, the car's stolen?
I have the paperwork.
I'm like, I have everything. It's registered in my name. They're like, no, it's registered under somebody else's name. And I'm going to jail right now. And he's under probation.
Oh, no.
So
You set him up, fool.
Yeah, it looked like I set him up. It looked like I set him up. It looked like I set him up. It was really bad. When I go to in the morning to the impound yard, I tell him, hey, fool, you sold me a stolen car. And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, I gave you the lien paperwork and everything. The way a lien works on a car that got picked up from a parking structure that wasn't supposed to be there anymore is that the tow truck gets there, picks it up, takes it to the impound yard, right? If in a certain amount of time you don't pick it up, they do a lien on it, right? If you don't pay whatever they're asking for, they do a lien on it. They send out the paperwork to whoever owned the title. Boom, here, this car is here. If you're the registered owner or you want to pick it up, you got to pay X amount of money. In 30, depending on the value of the car. So the car is worth a lot of money, it's a long lien. But if the car's not worth a lot of money, it's a short lien. So the car stayed there, nobody picked it up. The owner didn't give a f. So now legally, the impound yard owns that car. So they're supposed to sell it. They're supposed to do an auction and sell the car, right? Now I got it, and guess what the previous owner does? Reports it stolen.
Yeah, this is what
wow,
becomes a cop out.
Yeah. So
What a hoe
Because
bag.
now they find out someone else got it,
Yeah.
so they're gonna report it stolen.
Oh, that's such a bitch move.
I didn't know anything about it. I never had the car. Yeah.
So she reports it stolen. I go to the police station and I'm over there like, look, this is all my paperwork, blah, blah, blah. Everything's legit. So now the cops looking at me and her.
And they think you're
Mine
a criminal.
being like, I don't look
Yeah, they think this fool's a criminal. For
like
sure.
a cool guy, right? So the cops like straight leaning towards her, like guy,
Unfortunately.
right? And then I'm like, but the car, can I get my cousin back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Can I get my little cuz back? It became a big ordeal, and then luckily the cop saw the paperwork and tells the lady, you did a false report.
Now she's going to jail.
Yeah, now again, her ass.
But the cop was really cool with her.
Of course.
He goes, I could arrest you for doing a false report because this is not your car no more. And I was like, thank God, he's gonna let my cousin out. That's what sucks when it comes down to paperwork. You have to be really.
Yes, it sat at it not only did it sit at a place for that long, it got towed and sat at the impound for that long.
Exactly.
For the impound to claim ownership of it, and then you bought it.
Am I
Yeah,
being
that
this
takes
car
a lot of
like,
time.
Like, it was in a party.
Yeah.
We actually called it a weird name, but we don't want to say that in front of it.
Wait, tell me the weird name. Tell me the weird
It
name.
looked like it sat somewhere for a really long time.
Yeah.
It got.
Tell me.
Editor, don't put this one. Called it the.
Yeah.
Editor, put it in.
Thank you guys so much. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of RMS. If you did, go check out all of our other videos, and we have merch now, so go check out the RMS merch as well. Sandro, thank you so much for sharing your life experience and keeping us protected from stolen goods.
All right, that was
Y'all stay safe out there.
that was Car
Like and
Scam.
subscribe.
Review of mechanic stuff.